developmental territory with a TV deal. You know, it's not something that they're going to say we have to put these ECW stars on WrestleMania. You know, maybe on the WZROnline.com match that they do before the show, but as far as you know, the actual pay-per-view, somebody like Evan Bourne, I think they're not even worried about Evan Bourne right now. At
I don't think we'll see him, if anything, exactly at either. I think they're having some matches set up for the fan access. As prior towards WrestleMania with the WWE.com matches. It wouldn't surprise me if we see him there. Maybe against Davey Noble.
Let's take this guy right here. I guess I can't. Yeah, here we go. Guest 25. He's been holding on for quite some bit. You should register your username, man. But what's on your mind?
I just wanted to get your thoughts and opinions on the whole mask situation. I've heard a lot about the test.
The mask from Tap Out, I believe he's asking about. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. We have full details up on MMAscoops.com. A cheap plug. Basically, was in a Ferrari. I don't know if it was a race. They haven't classified it as these two cars were racing, but nonetheless, his car spun out, hit a telephone pole, smashed in half, and he was killed on impact, which is just a terrible situation. That, and then the passing of Andrew Test Martin as well this past week. So it was just a bad week in the MMA and WWE or wrestling world, because Test worked for TNA, WWE, and lots of indie promotions as well. We've got Kennedy16 from the chat. You're live on WZR Radio. What's on your mind? Hello?
Versus the Cologne project.
Say what? What? Whatever, right? We got Derek O from the chat room. You're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
I just have a question. What do you guys think about the WWE trashing Booker T's Fan Fest on WrestleMania weekend?
That's a good question. You know, the thing about it is Booker T's Fan Fest is all for charity, which means 100% of the proceeds of that go to charity. And there was an article, a media article, somebody did a story on it, and they contacted somebody up at Titan Towers up in, WWE's PR guy, the guy that issues statements, their public relations guy, and he says, to be perfectly honest with you, I have absolutely no clue what you're talking about, when he was asked about Booker T's Fan Fest, which is obviously clearly a lie. I mean, WWE has gone in there and has contacted talent that, was scheduled to appear and has told them, hey, pull out of that and come to WrestleMania. And when push comes to shove, or you got to take one over the other, it's either WrestleMania or a Booker T's Fan Fest. It's kind of an easy decision. I mean, that's not to say, the Booker T's Fan Fest is anything bad, because, I love people that put on those Fan Fests and bring in the older legends, you know what I mean, so that people can come down there and see them and get autographs. I mean, it's a really cool thing that they do, you know what I mean? And, the thing about it is it's for charity. So if WWE is coming after them, which is pretty obvious that they are, I don't see why. I don't see why make such a big fuss about something that's for charity. But that's the way the WWE is. I mean, they're very
that's just in general. It's not even just Booker T's event. It's just just how they are. Period. Perfect.
That's everybody. And it's right there during WrestleMania weekend. They weren't happy with TNA. They drove a bus around or a truck around that had TNA written all over it. They went through the parking lot last year in WrestleMania, and they had a cop escort them out of the parking lot. So it's not just that's how WWE is. The real protective of trademarks, of gimmicks. You know what I mean? They're very protective of that kind of thing. So it's just not Booker T. But as far as, it's for charity. And, Booker is taking an attitude where he's pissed off about it. He's ticked, but he's taking an attitude of, playing it cool, saying, it'd be actually nice if WWE were to make some sort of donation towards this, towards the proceeds, towards the charity that we're going to give this money to. You know what I mean? He's kind of playing it cool, but inside he's not too happy about it. You know what I mean?
And that's the reason why Ric Flair was let go of his contract when the NWA had their own Hall of Fame, and they were going to use him and induct him and pretty much have him talk at the event. And Flair was under contract at that time with WWE, and WWE said, no, you're not going to do that. Obviously, he's getting paid as an ambassador, so that they kind of felt that way, and that's the reason. One of the reasons why it developed where Ric Flair was actually let out of his contract.
Rated RKO XXX. You're live on WZR Radio. What's on your mind?
I was just wondering that about the Money in the Bank. I was thinking that Christian would win, and then after the Edge and John Cena match, if Edge would have win, then Christian would unprettier him and steal the championship, and then they would have a rivalry between Edge and Christian. But what you said about Edge not being there for a while, maybe John Cena or Big Show would win, and Christian would do that to them. What do you think about that?
It's possible. We're going to have to wait and see because my original thought was that Christian was going to take Money in the Bank. He'd be drafted over to SmackDown, and then he would feud with Edge. Obviously, that's going to be put on hold due to Edge taking time off. If Christian wins the Money in the Bank, it's not like he has to go over to SmackDown and cash it in immediately. I mean, they could wait for Edge to come back. Edge could win back the title at some point when he comes back, take it from Cena or the Big Show, whoever has it at that point. Maybe Edge could come back, and then they could have Christian and set up the Christian-Edge thing. Basically, Christian versus Edge is going to be put on hold for a few months while Edge goes away, heals some nagging injuries. No surgery or anything like that. It's just nagging injuries where he's going to be gone. He's going to be away for a little bit, few months, and then he'll come back, and they do that. It all depends what they do at Money in the Bank ladder match, at WrestleMania with that match. It all really depends, you know what I mean, Jose?
I completely agree. I mean, it's either... It's not Mark Henry. It's not going to be Kane. It's not going to be CM Punk again. Wouldn't surprise me. I think that would be kind of the outside shot. That would be my third pick. But it's either Christian or MVP in my opinion, and that's the direction that it seems to be going. MVP, can he carry a title? He needs to win a little bit more matches. He needs to get over a little bit more. He needs to be on TV a little bit more on a higher angle or a higher feud. He has to, you got to mix him in with the Big Shows of the world, the Edges of the world right now, or at least before the draft, in order to kind of really feel, or WrestleMania, in order to feel him as a top contender. And Christian is just Christian. If he wins it, you kind of expect it. I mean, I think he's the expected winner of that match.
Him or MVP for sure, man. I think one of those two. I don't see anybody else in that match that they could put a world title on and have him.
He technically never lost the title. So I mean, they can go with that angle and say, hey, for losing it without losing, we're going to give you something that has never been done before, which is 2 times winning the Money in the Bank. He's my outside choice.
Yeah, I'd say Christian MVP, and then CM Punk is number 3. Hey, we have a caller from SoCal, Southern California. You're live on WZR Radio. What's on your mind? Hello.
Interesting. Yeah. So did you see the shuttle?
Did you see the shuttle? Southern California. One more try. You are live on WZR Radio. Hello. 3.
Hello.
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 I'm curious. They had the match last night on Raw between Triple H and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And do you think they might have a cell match between Orton and Triple H at WrestleMania 25 on Hang Up With Us?
What was the question again, man? You cut out on me. Hello?
Yeah, signal's bad. He said something about a match with Cody Rhodes and Triple H at WrestleMania or something like that, but we all know that's not. Yeah, I didn't really get a full
No, I didn't get it. I know we had a match with Cody Rhodes and Triple H last night on Raw, but as far as, we're going Triple H versus Orton at WrestleMania. Listen, all right, top to bottom, Jose. I don't want to make any well, we can do early predictions. Let's run them down top to bottom while I work my way back into the chat room. I have all kinds. This is why I can't do the calls. I have all kinds of it'll be good for about 15 minutes, and then it locks up every time. So I'm glad that we actually went 2 hours, man. I didn't even know, man, coming on here. I said, damn, I don't know if this is gonna work. You know what I mean, dude? We had no idea. We just don't put it out